there are going to be little kamikaze bombers that will pop out, and they're just going to be little fabricants that start walking towards the middle boss, the reclaimer. The reclaimer's never going to move. When those little guys pop up, it's our job to turn around and DPS them down as soon as possible. If they walk the whole way into the middle, they'll turn and they will basically come and suicide bomb somebody. If you see them jump at you, if they get there, you just have to block through it, or you can, roll dodge away. We want to be really careful to make sure that we are killing them as soon as possible, so prioritize the ones that are closest to the reclaimer, and then move out from there. The biggest issue with this is that we have to be able to burn down the bosses at relatively the same speed. So I guess it depends on what percentage tanks are used to too. I don't want to throw you guys off. I don't know if you guys usually, what are your first thresholds that you usually do?
Usually like 73 stop.
Okay.
72
so you go down a little lower. Okay. Alright, so if we're gonna call at 73, then we want to make sure that everybody is being aware of what their boss is at, as well as the middle boss. We're gonna try and keep calling them out, but if something's not called out and you notice that your boss is at 75, 74, it's getting really close to it, stop DPS, look around, make sure that they're all the same. When we hit that first threshold, the tanks are gonna pull their bosses into the middle. We're gonna keep DPSing, and then they'll eventually pull them back out. So it's going to be an out and in, out and in. DPS job isn't going to change. We're going to be getting the little mini guys when they come up and burning the bosses down to the specified thresholds. Once we get closer to execute range, stay away from the outsides of the wall. We're going to want to try and stay in. Let me see. So what is it usually? 73...
43, 23, I think. Does that sound right?
I don't remember.
I haven't done this in like a year.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. I'm pretty sure 73, 43, 23. It's 70, 40, 20.
Yeah.
And
alright.
Just the 3% is because I have trust issues.
I think we usually give a little bit higher of a number just to be careful, but let's...
Oh, yeah. You have more trust issues.
Yes. So, okay, let's give it a try, see how it goes.
Right.
The fire that needs purged on this side, I don't ever go on this side, but I assume that you can see it.
Yeah, so it looks like a rolling fire thing, like he just like whooshes fire around, and then you purge.
So we will stay in our groups. We're going to be moving from here to the middle, here to the middle.
I'll call out when to swap.
Okay.
If we get to execute, you're the dissector. Whoever has a dissector, oh my god. Reactor is going to go in first, and then reducer will go last.
Okay.
You want to stay around this area, try to avoid the hands, and execute like where that furnace is, just in front a little bit of that furnace is your spot. You still want to avoid the bombers that are going to be slowly creeping into you.
That furnace?
That furnace.
Okay.
But if you have the reactor, then you just bring it into group right away, and I'll just go. My position, I don't know if you get for execute. I pulled. My execute's like north, and you guys like stay south of the reclaimer. All right, pulling out.
So follow your tank.
Breaking those links may weaken them.
Wolf on reactor. Stuck in the.
Might be a little. Yeah.
More on reducer. Alright, 3, 2, 1, switch.
That's just for tanks. Everybody else stays the same.
Grab your boss and go the other way. The other side, yeah.
Oh, we're actually swapping positions.
Yes. He'll come eventually. I'm just gonna, ow, die. Yeah.
Go ahead and get your tank.
Thought I could bulldog.
As long as we get fast reses on tanks, those always recover.
I'm dead.
Get the bombers.
Okay. So I'm gonna get reducer and someone pick up die.
Alright, I'm up.
Okay, just grab that reactor.
Bombers coming out. Fuck.
Reactor's at 77.
Switch in 3, 2, 1. Good, much better.
Okay, no damage on reducer. Stop damage on reducer. 100%.
Get a little bit more on reactor.
In middle.
Got 70.
Okay, get our bombers.
You're gonna get a gold bar, so you're gonna have to roll dodge every heavy attack. Alright, after these bombers, we're gonna bring them in.
Go ahead and bring him in.
Switching, 3, 2, 1. We have to switch bosses.
Well,
You're gonna kill me. Okay. Get me up. Huh? What?
Okay, let's reset.
Yeah, that was a bad pull. Yeah, when the triplets are connected, every mechanic is enraged.
So, everybody keep an eye out on your boss's health. If you see it nearing 75, 74, 73, make sure that you are stopping DPS once it gets to that threshold. Take a look at other bosses as well. Oh, Berlin.
We'll just swipe. I don't. Let's see. Look, this gives me a time.
Build
So,
your
Zai, come over here by the furnace.
what happens?
The furnace I told you for execute. Okay, so this is like your execute spot. It's like
Okay, if I have the
not the reactor.
reducer.
Yeah.
Only if I have the reducer. Everything
And you see those sparkles? So that's what's telling me to switch. If we get 5 stacks to those, then we die.
Okay.
Sometimes when we are bringing them back in, we will have to swap as we're bringing them in. Like,
Okay.
yep, if they're on a timer, I think. Sometimes, like, you can get away with, like, waiting for the swap. It, like, works out where they're just finishing the last of the ads. And we just swapped, and then we can just bring them in and keep our bosses. But sometimes we'll have to swap.
Okay, so if I'm on this side and I get 5 stacks of the sparkles, I tell you to switch?
No, 5 stacks we die. So I'm counting down the 3, 2, 1. So we don't get those 5 stacks.
So what am I looking at for the switch?
E. 3, 2, 1 swap.
Okay.
Thank you.
I just like don't know what the indication is to swap then. Like,
I say 3, 2, 1 swap as soon as I see the sparkles.
oh, as soon as you see it.
Yep, because usually the 3, 2, 1 countdown is like, we'll have like 2 or 3 stacks on us. Once we swap. And also like the 3, 2, 1 usually gives room for a boss to heavy attack us before we have to switch. So we're not like running and then getting heavy attacked on our butts.
Okay, let's get another pull in.
Alright, I do not have first pull punch.
I don't either.
I have one.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Pulling in 3, 2, 1.
We're going to be looking for about 74-75% on all bosses.
Alright, we're pulling out. So as soon as you see that fire, Haley, that's our indication to pull out.
Okay.
Bullhorn reactor. Alright,
Kill the
switching
ants.
in 3, 2, 1.
Try and target the ones that are closest first.
78 reducer.
Reactor 80.
88 reclaimer. So one stam, stay in center. Yep. Reactor.
Alright, switch in 3, 2, 1.
They're empowering one another.
We've got some more ads, and after this we should...
Reducer 74.
Reactor 73, do not touch reactor.
Reactor 7. Oh, Reducer 73.
Okay, do not touch either. What's the middle? 74?
4, go ahead.
Alright, bring him in. 1. Oh, I'm dead.
Bring res.
Grab the other boss.
I'm dead.
I grabbed reducer.
Okay. I'm gonna let that help.
Yep. That way. Okay.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Come back. Come back.
Okay, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, switch
If you have a
now.
boss on you, just run them to where the thing would be.
Switch.
Alright, so I have reactor now.
If you happen to have the boss on you, if the tank is down, just try and keep them far enough away so that their fancy little lines don't connect.